teacher time.
Teacher time with Joshua Biddle.
Hey y'all, Joshua Biddle here. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about rhythm and rhyme, but no, not the poetic kind. There's something in the wind about a teacher who could levitate my music, rhythm, and rhyme abilities for my debut album. However, he was hard to catch due to his marching all over the place. I think he's even going to Michigan, but luckily I caught him before then. After many long studio sessions, I think I'm finally ready to release it, my debut album. But first, let me congratulate the man who is literate in the world of literature, music, and, well, the English language, Mr. Poofle.
What do you want to know, Josh?
What is your favorite instrument and why is it correct?
Why is it correct? Definitely tuba. It's just fun to play. And I just feel like, without that, the band just sounds incomplete. That's my thought.
Do you approve of eating nuts and chocolate chips in the band room?
No, there are signs everywhere when you walk in. Absolutely no food in this room. Unless you give it to me as a treat, that's fine. But yeah, no, absolutely not.
Why don't we buy sousaphones?
Sousaphones are horrible. I'll tell you why. Back when I was a sophomore, we played sousaphones, and we were marching in West Allis, and we got stuck in a tornado. And trying to march with those with a tornado, it's not fun. Besides that, they sound terrible. Yeah.
What is your favorite solo WSMA performance?
I would say I really enjoyed the Ben Casper. He did a good job with all of his solos. He did a great job with those. Unfortunately, with the way the schedule worked, I didn't get to get in a whole lot of them because they were during the jazz performance or the percussion full performance. But the ones I did, like I saw Ben, because we're waiting to get into the room, and he did a good job.
So, then what is your reaction to this video?
I'm Jay Thundercloud, and we're from Lakeside Lutheran High School. And today we'll be playing the Carry Dance, composed by J.L. Molly. Something that we would like you to listen for is the Irish melody throughout the piece.
Good introduction, that was good. Okay, all right. I would say a little more breath support. I would say maybe a metronome to kind of get the tempo and the everything together. I think there are some aspiring possibilities here. Individually, you are all rocking your notes. As a group, yeah, definitely a metronome. I would say to start out with, and definitely raise the stands up a little bit. That would be something. Yeah, I thought the same thing. Let's start back to measure 31. Yeah, for sure. Dynamics, yep. Good, all right. I like the resting by the trumpets here. That's good. You rested together. That's a good thing. Okay. And Gabe is letting it loose. This is good. I think definitely summer band material here, 100%. Yeah. Standing with your legs crossed, probably not the best way to help with breath support and making sure that things stay together timing-wise. I would, count the beat with your foot, not the 16ths, I would say. The door monitor in this one is being very supportive. This is good. Good. I love the decorations in the room. They're really nice. You know, the hearts hanging around the room. This is good. Gives a really positive atmosphere. This is good. The piano is lovely. So this is good. Great. The judge is very patient. This is good. Judge is helping you out, helping them. This is good. A very nice judge. Good steady beat by the judge. This is good. It's terrible.
And now it's teacher time.
Teacher time, teacher time, teacher time with Isaac Garcia.
The man we're interviewing today has turned boys into men. He's got the brains, the brawn, and the handlebar mustache. You may be thinking of Hulk Hogan, but this man has walked these very halls as a Lakeside student and coached our football team. That's right, I'm talking about Mr. Leckie.
How was your time here at Lakeside when you were a student?
So, I was a very naughty kid when I was at Lakeside, so not suspending Mr. Leckie type of a way, but I had a lot of fun.
Why did you choose to become a teacher?
So my first experience came actually at Lakeside when we needed to go out into a school in our senior year and get experience at schools. And I went to St. Paul's, and I was able to observe a teacher in the classroom and had a ton of fun doing it. In fact, that's when I changed what I was going to do. I was going to go to Platteville for police science. And I decided, no, this is what I want to do. I want to go to Dr. Martin Luther College at the time and continue with that. So it was that experience.
Why the horseshoe mustache?
Because inwardly, I really want to be a cowboy.
What's your middle name?
David.
What do you prefer, Star Wars or Harry Potter?
Star Wars for two reasons. The first, most obvious, because I've seen all the Star Wars. I haven't taken the time to watch all the Harry Potter. And there's just more excitement and more action that's taken place in a Star Wars movie.
Do straws have one hole or two?
They have two. That's a great question. One hole.
Have you ever been robbed before?
Yes. A few times. Robbed, I've had things stolen from me before, I guess, if I were to say it that way. I don't think I've ever been robbed, like my house or car entered and things taken from me. I've had money, headphones, stuff like that taken.
Tell us what a perfect day looks like.
Monday through Friday at Lakeside Lutheran High School.
Many Lakeside students have talents that they are able to share with the people around them. However, only Nate Cranky is able to showcase his talent for whistling in the hallways every day.
Pretty much I've been whistling for as long as I can remember. It's been something that I've always really enjoyed, so I couldn't really tell you. I've been doing it for a while though. I've done all sorts of things. There's a big variety. I guess I like to whistle a lot of like classical things, you could say. I guess I'll just kind of like imitate like Mozart. I'll just kind of mess around with stuff like that. So I'm actually not sure really how it started, but I'm pretty much always whistling in the hallways, and so I guess just one day I was walking through the hallways and I was just doing my thing whistling, and apparently the pre-calc room heard it, and they said that Mr. Hackbarth really enjoyed it and thought it was really cool. So basically from there on, I just kept whistling every day, and I'm pretty sure they said that like whenever I whistle, the whole room gets really quiet and then everyone listens and tries to guess the song.
It's the Stereo Hearts one.
So I've done Star Wars, I've done a hymn, one from the hymn called Christ is Arisen. I've also done Tuck Everlasting. I've also done a song called Whistle. So pretty big variety, but just kind of whatever sounds good for the day. And so it's basically like a song of the day that I do now, so yeah. I'm pretty much whistling all the time, so whenever I'm at work, I'm whistling. Whenever I'm at home, I'm whistling. When I'm doing homework, I'm always whistling, yeah.
amazing if one of Lakeside's teachers became famous. I'm not talking about giving lots of homework kind of famous. I mean the kind of famous in which a teacher works really hard and an opportunity blessed from God. Mr. Mattis has done exactly that by winning a basketball state tournament in 2001. Here with the story is Ashlyn Jones.
Lakeside just looking to run the clock out now.
The 31st time in WIAA history that a team has won in its first appearance at the state tournament. The last time it happened in Division III, Amherst in 1999. In 2001, it's Lakeside Lutheran.
Will Coach Tim Mattis of Lakeside Lutheran please proceed to center court to receive the team trophy. Congratulations to both of these fine teams.
Lakeside's very own Mr. Mattis was inducted into the WBCA Hall of Fame. He was inducted this past Saturday into the 2022 class of the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association under the high school coach category.
So the night of the induction, they had a nice dinner, and then after they did the season awards for the year, then they bring each inductee up to the podium, and they say a little bit about their coaching career, and also do some pictures. They show a little bit of a slideshow about some of the events in your, as you grew up or in your coaching career and things like that too. So they really do a nice job of taking the time and honoring each person that's being inducted. I would just encourage all the young players just to keep at it. It's so much fun, put the time and effort into it, and it just is a blast. Put your heart and soul into it and enjoy being around your teammates. Do it for each other. It truly is an honor, truly is a privilege. God has been so good to me, so good to the girls basketball program at Lakeside.
Yeah, Tim Mattis of Lakeside Lutheran watching his team force the turnover. And the Warriors try to get on the board. Here's Benpa. Clears to Bauer, the shot up, and good.
Thank you for your work and effort, Mr. Mattis. We appreciate all you've done.
And we ended the week with a Jersey Day and a pie eating contest.
In the gym today we had a pie eating contest, which was 2 pies, 4 people at a time. Fastest person to eat 2 pies wins. That was the first round. Second round was same thing, but with the winners from the first round. I managed to win both rounds and therefore was the pie eating champion, I guess.
Pretty much just eat your heart out. It's all there is to it, man.
The hardest part was definitely the second pie because you had all of that first pie in your mouth still and was still trying to eat. Second pie, fit it in your mouth, get it all swallowed before the rest of your competition. The secret was skipping breakfast and most of lunch so that you were extra hungry and extra ready to eat free pie. The last few seconds felt great because I could look down the table, see everybody else still had more pie than I did, and I knew that I was able to walk away with it. Today's dress up was a jersey out, so people would wear jerseys from their favorite sports teams or whatever. I wore my mountain bike jersey, most kids wore football, basketball, or something like that.
Good morning.
Thanks for showing your school spirit.
Most people have heard of Mr. Beast and would probably like to compete in one of his videos. One of Lakeside's students actually got to play in a competition with him in Minecraft.
A couple months ago, I entered, actually I think it was like a year ago at this point, I entered a Google form and I just waited. Like it's complete random chance if you even get in, and I was like, okay, I might as well just try. And I actually did end up getting in, and I was pretty surprised about that. It was pretty cool. I got to see a bunch of different YouTubers, got to, just run around. And it's kind of weird because you get to see like the behind the scenes of how everything works. Like all of the people talking to each other, okay, let's get a camera over here, have people over here ready to film. And you don't really get to see any of that on the YouTube side of things. So it's like a whole kind of behind the scenes secret thing, So the first game was red light, green light. And it's basically just like, everybody's played red light, green light when they're kids. When it says green light, everybody goes, red light, everybody has to stop, and if you move, then you're out. And they just had a big version of this just in Minecraft. And then after that, I believe it was this weird thing where you had to like run through this big maze with a bunch of these like robot things chasing you. And everything was exploding and whatnot. And you just had to get to the end. And then I think after that was tug of war. And they kind of represented this in the game by having like a big bridge and everybody had to like, you know, try to stay on without falling off. And then after that was marbles, which were just these massive just marbles, like cannonballs flying into each other. And I actually got out on that one. I think I got top 20 out of 160 people, which I think isn't that bad, but you know. So about like 2 years ago, I was just, you know, in the middle of quarantine. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I watch all these YouTube people. Why don't I just try, you know, making my own YouTube? Because I like filmmaking, I like all that stuff. And I just gave it a shot. And I've just kind of been, you know, whittling away at it. I broke 1,000 subscribers, I think a couple months ago, which was fun. I'm currently at 1,600. And I just, you know, I mostly just like film with my friends and then I edit together videos. And I like just testing my editing expertise on just, you know, making different videos. Right now it's Minecraft, it could be anything else in the future.
Thank you for sharing that incredible opportunity, Keegan.
Having siblings is cool, but twins are really special. Lakeside has 13 sets of them, well above the normal percentage for a high school. Ashlyn Jones tells us more.
There's definitely a special bond between twins. Everyone wonders what it's like to be one. Gabriella and Noah tell us more about it.
My favorite part about my twin, I think it would probably be like, I think when I'm like down about something, he can like always make me laugh. Like he knows how to cheer me up.
My favorite thing about her is that if I have like a secret or I have to tell something or something to someone, it's going to be her because I know she can keep the secret and I just cool.
Yes, I feel like twins have a special connection because I feel like they're just closer and like understand each other.
I feel that they also have, you know, this sense that we can tell, you know, what each other are feeling by just what they're doing or how they act. You can just do it.
I always say that Noah is the favorite twin.
I think she's the favorite twin.
Yeah, I feel like when Noah's gone or like not like with me at the same place, I do feel like I'm like just like really lonely and like by myself.
I feel when like she's gone, I'll like say her name and like if she doesn't answer, I'll just be like, dang. And I just don't know how to feel because I just don't have someone to talk to.
I think we have like the same friend groups, but I feel like Noah has like more people, like because he's like more of a talkative person and I just kind of stay with the same people.
Yeah, I'll say that I like kind of have a somewhat different friend group than what she does, but like some of her friends are my friends, so like I can talk to them as friends, but like my friends are like somewhat different from what she'll normally do.
Thanks for sharing.
The boys basketball team has seen great success this season so far. They had another good game against Poynette last Friday night. Along with that, Levi Burkholtz reached his 1,000th point, and he's only a junior.
Well, the Poynette game, it's kind of funny because I started off playing very badly. I think I had like 3 turnovers right away, and I got pulled out right away, and everything wasn't looking too good. But then slowly picked it up and was on pace to hit 1,000 by halftime, and then was able to hit 1,000 pretty quickly in the second half by playing pretty well in the second half. I thought I scored it already because they had an error on the scoreboard, so I thought I scored it on just a normal layup. But then on the very next play, we came down on defense, and my guy caught it, and he shot a three-pointer, but I blocked it, and then I went down on the other side of the court, and I had a reverse dunk for my 1,000th point. I started playing basketball when I was probably 4 or 5, just in the YMCA rec league with a bunch of kids that went to my school, and then just played throughout grade school. And then in about 8th grade, I started kind of taking it more seriously and played my first year of AAU, and then I've played that ever since. And then As a freshman, I made varsity and been playing varsity ever since. I've had a lot of important people in my life, basketball-wise. Like, first off, probably most importantly, my dad, because, I mean, he got me into it, and then coached our junior Warriors team throughout like 5th through 8th grade. And then probably my A-team coach, Mr. Torgerson, who coached at TSL, and his assistant, Jared Mattis. I've been super blessed by God, by the abilities he's given me, and every time I play, I always remember that he's the one that has given me the gifts that he has and keeps blessing me every single day.
Keep up the good work. And now it's teacher time.
Teacher time, teacher time, teacher time with Isaac Garcia.
Welcome to Teacher Time. I'm Elena Lost, filling in for Isaac Garcia. You know how nice your teacher looks every day coming to school in a tie or maybe a dress? Well, my worst nightmare is having to see my teacher all sweaty and gross after running up and down the court playing basketball. Well, this year, Lakeside's intramural basketball teams has a teacher team for the very first time. Let's hear more from one of the teachers.
You know, just watching it last year too, I kind of thought, you know, why can't the faculty play? And apparently we've never played as a group of teachers and staff against the kids. And I still like to compete, as do a lot of the other teachers. And we thought, you know, let's put a team together and let's go play against some kids, and let's go beat some kids too while we're at it. That's kind of fun. So, yeah, growing up for a lot of us, we watched the dream team in the early 90s just dominate Olympic basketball, and so we kind of went off that. But instead of being the dream team, we're the nightmare team. Not because we're scary good or anything, but because some of the things we do on the court, when you're done watching, you can't unsee it. And you might wake up with a nightmare watching, you know, maybe some scary basketball plays. A very serious off-season regimen, and we run people through our boot camp and our morning practices, morning lift. We're getting after it fully from, you know, the beginning of the school year up until now, and then we'll try to get each one of us a couple thousand shots up in the off-season and things like that, because, like I said, we want to win, and so we're going to be competitive like that.
Last Thursday, a shock came to the students here at Lakeside. A new bald head was spotted among the teaching staff. Here are some comments on Mr. Austin's new hair or no hairdo.
Back in the month of September, I had made a little bit of a wager with both the boys and the girls cross country teams, saying that, one, if you both qualify for the state championships, I will shave my head. And then on top of that, the guys also had a bit of a wager as well, saying that if you guys bring home a trophy from the state championships, I will shave my head. Both things happened. So therefore, goodbye flowing locks, hello chrome dome. I thought it'd be kind of a fun little incentive, and at the same time, for the purposes of the fact that I don't think anyone here has ever seen me with a bald head, because the last time I did it was 16 years ago, which is even longer than most of our students, even at Lakeside, were even born. So I thought it'd be kind of a fun little thing to throw in there, and besides, doesn't really hurt or harm me, except it did make my head cold.
People have been asking me and Mr. Leckwey, what's with Mr. What do you think of Mr. Austin's haircut? I said, I've been here for so many years, and his name is so closely spelled to mine. I mean, I go in my mailbox, I get his tests and his quizzes put in my mailbox. All of a sudden now he gets his haircut, and everybody's going to think I look like a bald Ben Stiller.
It's very accurate. You know, I'm not a big fan of the short hair, so I'm not really a big fan of his short haircut either. I think it was better before. I think longer hair just looks better.
That would be my choice.
Thank you for all your feedback.